Hello, and thank you for stopping by, investing in you. Today is Saturday. This is Santos. My name is Santos on Next Level Consulting here in Stockton, California. As you can hear, I'm going to turn my radio down. I'm sure you can hear that. There is, people say it's raining dogs and cats. Well, it's not really raining dogs and cats. I know it's a figure of speech, but it's raining pretty big drops of water, I will say that. I'm going to take a few minutes, and I just want to take a few minutes. I'm going to actually plug my my recorder here, my video recorder, and I apologize for the distraction here. I'm back again in my inspiration chamber, and I wanted to talk a little bit about life and being an example, which is something that's very dear to me today. Very, very dear. Have you ever been in a restaurant with your family and you're trying to enjoy the meal and your children begin to go back and forth with unkind words, or just, even teenagers? They go back and forth, and you sit there and you're watching them and you're listening to them. Especially if you're the type of person that's really concerned about our words that we use and the way that we conduct ourselves in public. I believe that we ought to have fun. Wouldn't you say that? But that experience that I'm sharing, you sit there and you start to find that the children are getting a little bit out of hand. Instead of becoming role models for one another and role models for maybe the rest of the children in the restaurant, they begin to take it to the next level. And unfortunately, you as the father or mother have to step in and say, hey, you need to change your tude. Tude, short for attitude. And of course, they get bothered because who wants to be corrected? Nobody likes to be corrected. I was thinking about this earlier as I had a little experience with my family, and I was talking to my wife, and I said, I was listening to Anthony Robbins some time back, and Anthony Robbins talks about pain and pleasure. It's better to have a little bit of pain up front than to have pleasure up front and then pain later on. And what I mean by that is that a lot of us are willing to take life the easy way, the easy road, like letting our children just basically behave the way they want to behave in a restaurant or even at home, because we think that might be pleasant. Correcting them might not be so pleasant for them and for ourselves, and if we're not used to doing that, it's kind of like pain. But we need to grab a hold of that concept, that it's better to have pain up front than to have pleasure, and then later on the pain is going to be severe. Usually the pain up front is not as bad, but if it has to be experienced later on, it's usually more severe. And we could look around us, we could look at cases of people that made poor choices, and they would rather have pleasure than pain. Some people kill themselves with alcohol. Pain, actually, that pain ultimately is severe because it becomes tragic. The pleasure of drinking alcohol, and of course, drinking alcohol. I know we all make choices. I don't drink alcohol. I don't promote alcohol, but it's just something that we see in society. We see a lot of homeless people, and we do see a lot of people that have problems that become alcoholics. It begins casual, and it ends up in a really bad state. And it doesn't have to be alcohol. I just brought up alcohol as an example. So, back to role modeling. We as parents have to be the role models for our children. And I was not a role model for my children for many years. I was not. And over the last few years, it's really my priority to be a good role model. And it's not difficult, but it's not easy either, because my children have seen me for my son's 15, my daughter's 14, my granddaughter, who I'm raising, is 7 years old. She's been with us since 3. So they've seen me in the past. They know what I've been like back there. Today they're seeing a different person, so they're like, whoa, you know. And I truly believe that we need to be a role model for our children so that they can be a role model for each other. And we can change societies. We can change our homes and our families if we think along these lines of proper role modeling. Because our children are going to follow exactly what we do. Not so much what we say, but what we do, how we live. So I hope you're enjoying a wonderful day wherever you are. I salute you. As Louis Marco says, he's another YouTube channel that I frequently watch once in a while. He's more into bodybuilding, and that's kind of like why I watch him. He's okay to watch. I mean, I don't have anything really bad to say, but I've chosen a few of his words. He likes to use that one quite a bit. I salute you wherever you are. So therefore, with that, I'm going to end my video here. I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Please comment. Give me something to talk about. Or else I'm going to keep sharing my stories. So remember, the thoughts that you're holding on to are going to lead you somewhere. If you want to change your life, there's 2 things that you can easily do. You can change the way you speak, and you can change the way you think by input. And that's going to make a big difference in your life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for investing in yourself. I'll see you on my next video.